Hi all, Once a Future Gamer here and welcome to another Pokemon challenge. Last time we made a pretty decent fist at beating Pokemon Black with a single meme foo and it wasn't that bad. Today though we start a new one and I think it's going to be horrific. It was voted for on Twitter and today we see if I can beat Pokemon Silver with a single Marill. Now Marill's got absolutely horrible stats for the most part. 70 in HP is okay, but 50 in both defences, 40 for speed and 20 in both attacks is not. I have a feeling I might need to be drastically over level for some fights, but this is Johto, where it doesn't tend to get hard until the last gym, so I might be okay. 250 base stat total is the same as Bidoof, Hoppip and Smeargle, just to put things into perspective for you. But there's some consolation in the moveset, right? Right? Wrong! Bubble and Rollout are okay early to mid-game moves, but really, the only other powerful move learned naturally is Double Edge, and there's obvious risk to that, even with the massive HP. Marill can learn some decent moves by TM though, the most notable one being Surf, which might be the attacking move for late game. There's also Ice Punch, Return and Headbutt, and well, that's it really. Maybe the Johto gyms might not be that hard with enough of a level advantage, though the Elite Four might be tricky. And I truly doubt there's any sort of chance of beating Red at the end, but I suppose anything is possible. Just for the rules then, in combat I can only use Marill. I may need other Pokemon for HMs, but they will not be permitted to fight. Items are banned in combat with the exceptions of Pokeballs, but held items are okay. And last of all, no glitches or exploits beyond using the UPR to get Marill at the start of the game. If you do enjoy this and want to see me make more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. We name ourselves OJ at the start of the game and move on. Using the aforementioned Universal Pokemon Randomizer, I replaced Totodile with Marill, meaning that the rival gets Chikorita, the hardest one for me to fight. I nicknamed the Marill Blue. Originally I was going to go with Pika Blue, but this one works better for me. First is the Mr. Pokemon Egg quest following a lot of levelling, and next is the first rival fight. Thanks to some intense levelling, Blue's at level 14. The mysterious Redhead sends out Chikorita, and the first tackle does about a quarter of its health, even with a sizable level advantage. It uses Growl, and then the two of us exchange tackles, though it can't really hurt Blue. Eventually it goes down and he runs off. Later at Elm's lab, we tell the cops that his name was Rod. In Violet City I go at Faulkner with Blue at level 17. Thankfully he learned Rollout 2 levels ago and it proved most useful in Sprout Tower. Blue uses Defensive Curl to start and Pidgey hits it for 2 damage with Tackle before Rollout crushes it. The same happens to Pidgeotto and that's the first badge down. In Azalea Town for dealing with Team Rocket in the Slowpoke well, I go after Bugsy with Blue at level 24, and this is a weird fight. On Metapod I started Defense Curl and then hit it twice with Rollout to knock it out. Out comes Kakuna and Rollout misses, allowing it to poison Blue with Poison Sting. Next Rollout is a critical hit, which knocks it out. Last is Cypher. It lands Fury Cutter and Rollout misses again. Another Fury Cutter deals more damage to Blue, but a single Rollout takes it out. So, swings and roundabouts. 2 badges down, all well and good so far. Next is Rod again, another strange fight. Against Ghastly I go for Defense Curl and plan to lay waste with Rollout, a plan that is shattered when it paralyses Blue with the first Lick attack. Still, it doesn't stop Blue from knocking it out with 2 blows of Rollout. Bayleaf lands Razor Leaf but goes down to Rollout. Last is Zubat. This is where it gets annoying as it lands Supersonic and Blue hits himself in confusion 5 times in a row, all while the Zubat lands bite attacks. Finally though, Blue shakes off confusion and knocks Zubat out with 2 Bubble Beam attacks and 2 hit points remaining. Next up is the fight with Whitney in Goldenrod City, and I think we've all had nightmares about this in the past. Blue's at level 31, I think I'm about to be mill-tanked, except I begin with Defense Curl against Clefairy, who lands Double Slap. Next I hit it for just under half damage with Rollout, it uses Mimic and learns Rollout. My next Rollout misses. I go for another Defense Curl and miss Rollout, though the next one lands and the follow-up does too, taking out Clefairy. I've got over half health left, Miltank comes out, lands a weak Rollout, and then mine crits it, meaning the cow goes down and I have the 3rd badge. In Ecruteak City I teach Blue Surf after triumphing over the Kimono Girls and take on the rival at Burn Tower. Haunter survives Surf and kills itself with Curse. Magnemite lands Supersonic after surviving Surf, and between Confusion and Curse I take a lot of damage, though Blue manages to take down the Magnemite. He hits Bailey for a critical Ice Punch and then the Curse takes him down. That was unfortunate. First competitive loss on the run. It's okay, I'll try again shortly. At level 38 I'm able to KO Magnemite with 1 Surf. Haunter still takes 1 Surf, then goes down through Curse. Bayleaf in 3rd takes 2 Ice Punch attacks and then retaliates with Razor Leaf in exchange before going down. Zubat goes down to Ice Punch. Optional I know, but revenge is sweet. Next is the Ghost Dew and Blue is at level 41 for the fight with Morty. It goes badly. A combination of Curse from Ghastly and Hypnosis from Haunter leaves Blue helpless, and ultimately Haunter starts spamming Nightshade to finish me off. Second attempt, Blue gets knocked out by Gengar. Third attempt though, Ghastly takes the first rollout and lands Curse. Haunter takes the second rollout and uses Nightshade rather than Hypnosis. Third rollout finishes off Haunter. Fourth rollout knocks out Gengar. Fifth rollout KOs the second Haunter, and we've done it at level 46. I need this to open the game up. Might go deal with the Ice Gym rather than the fighting or steel ones now. In the Rocket Hideout, we confront the Executive, but he's no match for Blue. His Zubat, Raticate and Coughing fall quickly to the Mighty Mouse. The second Executive fares little better, but Arbok, Gloom and Murkrow quickly fall. Against Price, Blue misses rollout on Seal before being hit with Icy Wind. The next three iterations of rollout land, the Seal goes down. The fourth rollout misses on Dugong, so Blue lands several headbutts to take it down, as Dugong uses the same move. With both of them in danger of concussion, Dugong goes down, Piloswine is sent in, only to be knocked out by Surf. That's 5 badges I've got now. I make my way across the sea to see Amwood City and head to the gym. I have to then backtrack to Olivine after I realise I forgot the strength HM. Still, when it comes to Chuck, Blue does prime in with a critical headbutt before striking Poliwrath 3 times with the same move. It's only using Mind Reader and missing Hypnosis in exchange. I have the secret potion, so back to Olivine, 6 badges in hand. I heal Amphi, make my way to the gym with Blue at level 54 and it's a one-shot sweep. First Magnemite is floored by Surf, second Magnemite, Surf, Steelix. Yeah, it's Surf again. Now, Radio Tower stuff. Oh joy. I take on the Executive on the 5th floor, manage to get to his 4th Pokemon before Weezing explodes on a heavily weakened Blue, fainting him. That said, I didn't go into the fight at full health, so that loss is on me. The arrogance was pretty outstanding there. I guess I'll make another attempt. Second time it's pretty easy, I don't get poisoned, and Weezing only lands Smokescreen. The rest of the Coughing are one-hit wonders with Surf. Next up is the rival fight in the Goldenrod Underground. Golbat goes down to 2 Ice Punch attacks, countering with Wing Attack that does minimal damage. Magnemite goes down to Surf, Meganium takes an Ice Punch and puts up Reflect. Ice just does special damage in this gen, so a second Ice Punch puts it down. Haunter goes down to Surf and last is Sneasel. Headbutt does minimal damage thanks to Reflect. Sneasel counters with a weak Feint attack before getting drowned by Surf. In the tower, I face off against the last 2 Rocket Executives with Blue coming out on top. First against Arbok with a Surf and a Headbutt, Vileplume with 2 Ice Punches and Murkrow with a single Ice Punch. Against the final Rocket Exec, the guy who would be Archer in the remakes, it's a one-shot sweep with Surf, Houndour, Coughing and Houndoom all going down quickly as Blue reaches level 60. Next up is Dragon Trainer Claire in Blackthorn City. Blue's at level 64 going into this fight. She starts with a Dragonair and it goes down to Ice Punch. Her second Dragonair, exactly the same level, goes down to a single Ice Punch. Her third Dragonair, exactly the same level, survives Ice Punch on red health and paralyses Blue with Thunder Wave before going down to Ice Punch. When Kingdra comes out, it hits Blue with Hyper Beam and takes 2 headbutts to put it down to a third of its health. Claire heals with a Hyper Potion and Blue continues to try and land headbutts, taking Smoke Screens, Hyper Beams and Dragon Breath attacks, battling through lowered accuracy and paralysis to eventually take down Kingdra with just 35 hit points left. Claire doesn't admit defeat though and sends me on a quest. I complete it and head off to the Pokemon League. At the end of Victory Road, there's a fight with Rod. Sneasel goes down to Surf, Magneton goes down to Surf, Meganium goes down to a critical Ice Punch, Golbat goes down to Ice Punch, Haunter goes down to Surf, and Kadabra goes down to Headbutt. As soon as Sunday comes, and it's Wednesday at the time of recording, I'll get the TM for return, but Headbutt will do for now. That was way easier than it had any right to be, but I hit level 69 during the fight, so I have quite the level gap. I decide to make a run at the Elite Four and see how it goes. First up is Psychic Trainer Will. The first Xatu goes down to Ice Punch. Executor narrowly survives an Ice Punch and throws up Reflect before being finished by Headbutt. Jinx goes down to 2 Rollout, turns and strikes back with a Psychic in the interim. Slowbro tanks the third turn of Rollout hardly, but as Reflect fades, the fourth one overwhelms it. Fifth Rollout takes the second Xatu down easily. Next up is Koga, and he's the one I'm most concerned about. Ariados goes down to Surf and Headbutt, landing Giga Drain in exchange, which does decent damage. Venomoth takes a Surf and survives, landing Toxic, which is problematic. A second Surf takes it down. With Toxic damage on, Forretress starts spamming Protect, but goes down to 2 Surfs. Finally, Muck tanks a Surf, takes a third of its health in damage, and uses Minimize before Blue goes down. Let's see about this then. As I black out and reach level 72 in Victory Road, I realise I never did the stats before. 230 health at level 72, 85 in attack, 75 in special attack, 115 in defence, 118 in special defence, and 121 in speed. So I think I should survive longer than I did the previous attempt. Let's try this again. Round 2 against Koga, I get lucky, open with rollout on Ariados. The first one crits it survives and uses double team. Thankfully the second one lands. Third rollout takes out Venomoth. Fourth rollout deals massive damage to Fortress. It cancels out the rollout with Protect, but is finished by Surf. Next up is Muck, and I land rollout. It uses Minimise, but the second rollout hits and it counters with Sludge Bomb. Third rollout hits and it goes down. Crobat comes out last. Fourth rollout crushes it. 2 down. Third up is Fighting Trainer Bruno. Hitmon top survives Surf and strikes back with Dig before getting finished off with Headbutt. Hitmonchan is flinched by Headbutt and finished off with Surf. Hitmonlee takes a Headbutt, strikes back with double kick and then goes down to a second Headbutt. Machamp is flinched by the first Headbutt but not the second and lands a vicious cross chop before going down to Surf. Onyx also goes down to Surf. 3 down. Next up is Dark Trainer Karen. Let's hope this doesn't end with her demanding to see the manager. First up is Umbreon, who tanks a Surf and lands Sand Attack before Blue hits it with Headbutt. Umbreon counters with Feint Attack and Blue finishes it with another Surf. Vileplume survives Ice Punch and uses Stun Spore before going down to another Ice Punch. Gengar gets a few licks in before going down to a Surf and Ice Punch. Murkrow, this is where it turns bad. Through a combination of paralysis and lowered accuracy, it managed to land 5 Feint Attacks in a row before getting tagged by Ice Punch. Finally, it's Houndoom. It wipes out half of Blue's remaining health with Crunch before Blue misses Surf, and it turns out to be fatal as the second Crunch downs the mouse. We rematch Karen at level 78. There's still no good way to deal with Umbreon. I go for 2 headbutts to try and get the flinch. It throws 2 sand attacks at Blue, missing the first before Blue takes it down with Surf. Vileplume is 2 shot with Ice Punch, missing Stun Spore. Gengar is 2 hit by Rollout, though it kills itself with Curse, which means I have to end the battle quickly. Rollout misses Murkrow, lands Feint Attack before it goes down to Ice Punch. Finally, Houndoom goes down to Surf. And now the champion Flying Trainer, Dragon Master lands, and well, Gyarados takes the first rollout, retaliates with Flail. This is going to be important for later. Second rollout knocks it out. First Dragonite comes out and rollout misses. It then fails with Thunder Wave before going down to Ice Punch. Second Dragonite comes out, it goes down to Ice Punch. Third Dragonite comes out, it goes down to Ice Punch. Charizard comes down, it goes down to a single Surf. Aerodactyl is last and goes down to a single Surf. With that, the champion falls. We go into the Hall of Fame, having only been hit once in the entire fight. Now, because this is Gen 2, this is only a halfway point. I'm going to make efforts on both Blue and Red because they're the only 2 real fights left in the game. The Kanto gym leaders aren't much of a challenge, so it's going to be a quick montage rather than a play-by-play. I think Heart Gold and Soul Silver got this part right. They really increased the difficulty of the gym leaders. First Surge goes down, then Sabrina, then Erika, then Janine, then Misty, then Brock, even though I had to do that one twice, as Blue accidentally evolved into a Azumarill in the aftermath. Then Blaine, and finally, the OG rival, Blue himself. This might get confusing. First up is Pidgeot, who survives an Ice Punch and strikes back with Wing Attack before going down to a second Ice Punch. Then it's Exeggutor, who survives Ice Punch and throws up Sunny Day before using a full restore. Then another Ice Punch, then another full restore. 2 more Ice Punches take it down. Alakazam is hit with Headbutt and flinches from the blow before a second Headbutt flattens it. Next is Gyarados, who takes a Headbutt and counters with Hydro Pump. Blue goes into Rollout and it launches Hyper Beam before a second Rollout knocks it out. Arcanine is next, and although it lands a priority Extreme Speed, Rollout knocks it out. Last is Rhydon, and I can't use Water moves. A not very effective Rollout does just below half damage before it lands Fury Attack. The 5th and final Rollout of the sequence knocks out Rhydon. Earth Badge acquired. So, Red? I make the first attempt at level 91. Pikachu is a dirty fighter which Blue smacks it with Headbutt before being struck with Charm. Red heals it before Blue strikes it with Surf, the previous exchange repeated. Finally, Blue takes it down in Red health with Headbutt. Next is Venusaur. It takes Ice Punch which does slightly below half health in damage. It throws up Sunny Day before another Ice Punch puts it in Red health. It then puts Blue in Red health with Solar Beam before going down to the third Ice Punch. Espeon then outspeeds Blue, nails it with Psychic and takes the Aqua Mouse down. That wasn't bad, but we'll need to get to level 100 and try again then. I need to be able to 2-shot Venusaur. Plain and simple. At level 95 I try again. It's mostly the same result, only the first Headbutt flinches Pikachu, so it doesn't get the chance to use Charm. Still can't 2-hit Venusaur, take less damage from Solar Beam and get within a Headbutt of knocking Espeon out before it kills Blue with Psychic. Let's max up and hammer this then. These are my stats at level 100, 329 HP, 126 in attack, 116 in special attack, 168 in defence, 176 in special defence and speed. Well, this is what we got to work with, so I guess we tackle Red until I either win or realise that my strategy needs reworking, or I give up, whichever one comes first. Mind you, there is one thing I do since Sunday. I get the TM as for return as an upgrade for Headbutt. Okay then, Red, let's do this. It takes about a dozen attempts, but I finally get one where Pikachu gets one hit by Surf, Venusaur gets both crit and frozen on the first Ice Punch and finished by the second. Espeon gets hit with Rollout and counts with Psychic. Second Rollout hits and so does the second Psychic. Third Rollout takes Espeon down. Snorlax is fourth, it only uses Amnesia as it gets tagged with the fourth and fifth Rollout. Plus, I don't get paralysed by Body Slam, as happened on a lot of these attempts. Fifth is Blastoise. 4 return this as 3 Surf attacks and it goes down. Finally is Charizard. I'm surprised Surf didn't one hit it, but it hangs on and lands Flamethrower before a second Surf takes it down. This wasn't anywhere near as bad as I feared it'd be. It's my first time playing Gen 2 in about 20 years. It's different to what I remember. Next up, I'm doing Pokemon Emerald with a single Spheal. Any ideas you want to see for challenges? Don't hesitate to drop them in the comments section. Why not like and subscribe while you're there? I've got various other Pokemon themed stuff on my channel, as well as a selection of other video game related playthroughs. But yeah, we're almost out of time, so thanks for joining me. This has been Once and Future Gamer, and I will see you next time.